Now I need to start pulling out all the bad seats using a homemade hook and a hammer. But whoever put these in and did the valve job did a good one, because there's nowhere to get a good lip to pull it out. This is rough. This thing has drawn blood twice today. But once they come out, we can install the Flathead pilot that fits in where the old floating guide used to be, and then the new seat, and drive it in with a bearing and race driver, keeping the seat centered and straight. Now we're ready to do the valve job, which could make or break this build. So I'm just touching up the same size exhaust valve that's an inch 520. But on the intake side, I opened her up for an inch 620 head diameter. Now to do this, I first need to go into the throat with the 70-degree cutter and make some room. This will allow me to fit the new 3-angle cutter in and keep me from crashing all the tooling. Next, I need to do a D-shroud cut up top. Now this will help keep the area around the valve clear for air and fuel to move through better. Then I can cut in the actual 3-angle valve job for the new larger head diameter on the valve. Now I like to lap the valves as I go along. This will give me a clear visual of where the seat area is and how concentric everything turned out. So short of honing the mains and the cylinders, we're done here. We'll see you back in the shop. We've come from this to this, and it's finally time to get this block prep for assembly. Now the steps we're going to go through will help extend this Flatty's life, make it a little bit more efficient, hopefully make it some more power. Deburring the block has a few advantages. By removing the rough edges and casting flash, we'll eliminate the areas where cracks like to start. Now it also makes it easier to handle the block since the sharp edges will be gone. But my favorite is it looks a lot better when the block gets painted. Now pay attention to the oil return holes as well. With just a little attention, oil will return to the pan faster, because letting the sump starve is death for a flathead. Now to promote better coolant flow into the block, we'll clean up the inlets of the water passages as well, and the passages in the deck surface. The throat area of the intake was opened up during the valve job. Now this causes a short side radius to have a harder transition, which restricts airflow. So by using a grinder and a cartridge roll, we'll smooth it out to increase the intake runner's airflow. And the exhaust side gets the same treatment. We're also making a smooth transition for the airflow to come through the curtain area, which is between the valve's face and the valve seat when it's open.
While John continues porting, I'm using a thread chaser to clean every tapped hole in the block. This will make sure the threads are clean and the bolts are properly torqued during assembly.